Welcome back to Pitchside, everyone, and we have some breaking news.
Danny Aaron's is here! Yay!
We should have got him to intro it.
But
Inshallah!
we've listened to the comments.
Have we?
Yeah.
Yeah! Back in Cook Corner!
Yeah, cut corner. Anything
We should
to
all
say?
go over and slap him.
Huh? It was actually my idea. I thought it was too
Okay,
many
anyways,
people.
moving on.
Oh, okay.
Moving on swiftly up from the cut corner.
You're shit at boxing.
Oh, yeah. Any
Want to know, though? You'll want to know.
No, that's the thing. Like,
Danny.
I'm undefeated. I'm
undefeated.
Yeah.
Not really the phrase you should have used.
I'm undefeated.
Yeah.
So, Tottenham Hotspur, Daniel.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Thomas Frank? Because I'm not being funny. Reeve is a big advocate of Thomas Frank.
You like Thomas Frank?
Yeah, so much so. He put Spurs as his 15th best team in the world.
In the whole, like, of every team in the world.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. That's kind of cool. I like Thomas de Frank. Yeah, I think he's
Thomas
alright.
the Frank.
Engine.
Yeah.
Do you think he's? Were you happy to say bye bye to Ange?
No.
Are you at Ange in?
I'm big Ange.
Really?
Yeah.
After
I'm
finishing
Ange in.
17th
I
in
would've
the
kept
Premier
him
League?
as well.
Yeah, well, it's a techie one because, yeah, look. I do my hands on the table now as well because
getting
it makes me look
serious.
like I just
Yeah.
Body
fake
language.
it, yeah.
I like it.
So we come 17th, right?
Yeah.
We win our first trophy in 17 years.
Yeah.
So, like, what do you decide a manager based on 90 minutes of football, or do you do it on the whole year?
Well, if you did it on the whole year, then you'd be even worse.
He
Well,
would've
no,
been
that's
sacked
why they
before.
did it. No, that's why they did
Oh,
it.
so they based it-
looked
they-
at the year when they should have looked at the 90 minutes.
Oh, so you're all about the destination rather than the journey.
Look, no, because if you...
You're saying the journey doesn't matter?
Hey, a man that hold on, let me think about this.
Yeah.
Oh, he's about to cook.
Check this one out.
Theo's
right?
using this
The
as
man that
confirmation
likes-
bias of his
Yeah,
previous
I know.
take.
The man that likes the journey will walk more than the man that likes the destination.
No, isn't it supposed to be the man that
Have you
likes
just backed up
walking?
my point, though?
Isn't it supposed to be?
Yeah, he kind of has.
Yeah, but I'm saying Ange enjoys the journey. He was building a team. He got us together.
I complete opposite.
No, no,
I disagree. I disagree with your point. I disagree.
No. But he quite
disagree.
literally didn't give a fuck about the journey because he sucked off the league.
I disagree. He built a team. He was trusting the process. He made us a
That
team.
is true. He basically went, look, lads, we're going to have the journey, but the
journey's
journey
gonna be mental as hell.
It's going to be down a different path.
Yeah.
The path of the Premier League, they closed it off. There was roadworks.
They didn't care about the Prem, did they?
There was gates. There was spiky gates. There was barbed wire, and they went, no. We're going to go down the nice shiny road with the trophy at the end, which is the Europa
And
League.
what a performance in the final as well.
We
I'm
actually
sad.
cooked.
They won.
We genuinely
Sorry, how did
won.
Arsenal get on in their big trophy?
Why are you such a Spurs advocate? Get away.
Because you're a hater. When they win, they're actually winners.
I'm actually not a hater,
You're
I'm a realist.
losers.
Have you
You're
just discovered the
serial
word
losers.
advocate?
Yeah,
I didn't use it.
No, you have used
I
it
didn't-
several times now.
I haven't
Yeah.
used it once.
You have.
You said I'm an advocate of Frank and he's an advocate of Spurs.
Really?
Yeah.
I have no memory.
You've heard that today, haven't you? On
Yeah.
your
Well,
way
it's one of
in.
my favourite words, I will say.
Spell it.
ADVACOT.
Hey,
No.
Advocate.
hey.
Aardvark.
Well, you can tell that obviously he's a big, or he was a big fan with the players because a lot of the players put a goodbye statement out.
Mate,
on
you
social
see the
media,
one with
didn't
Pasuma.
Basuma
That's
was
so funny. Oh, sorry, I missed your
it.
call.
No,
You didn't miss
broke
his
my
call.
heart. Yeah, he called him and he was like, that's the strategic thing
Yeah,
to do, isn't it?
missed the call. They go, sorry,
get
I missed your
protect.
call.
Never got to speak to him again. But it was like, sorry, missed your call, mate, but unbelievable. Like, you're all the best for the future. It was like a massive... Someone
Yeah.
get it up and make me look
It's
like I'm not
fucking-
dickhead.
Yeah, that's what we've got a producer for.
Have you not seen that?
No.
Oh, it was beautiful, man. It was like a lengthy paragraph, like...
The
just wanted
players-
to
I saw
say,
the Madison
mate,
and the Van der Ven.
The players definitely loved him and played
he
for
was the
him.
man.
He probably was a top guy. He's an Australian.
Yeah,
He's not even-
I imagine he's quite.
And-
Well, he is quite funny.
But
Isn't he?
anyway, we can't dwell on the past. Are you happy with Frank?
I'm happy. Sorry, please.
Yeah.
Hi, Biss. Sorry, I missed your call. I'm very proud of you. It was an honour to share a dressing room with you and appreciate how much you believed in what we were trying to achieve. I wish you only the best for the future. I'll always be following. Much love from my family to yours.
Was that
that's
ChatGPT,
nice.
do you reckon? Or did it come from the heart?
No, that's
That
from
wasn't
the,
ChatGPT.
That's from the
That's harsh.
heartstrings,
Okay,
man.
You mean me? Arteta would probably do that and then probably send him a dog.
What do you think of the actual squad, though, next year? Do you think Frank's going to come in and make big changes, big signings, get rid of players? Son seems to be not quite the player he was.
Yeah, but you can't get rid of him though because his commercial value to the club is insane.
Also, he's club captain.
I don't think they'll get rid of
So-
Son. And he's still
I'm not saying he's going to
a
get
good.
rid of, but
he's
he's
still
not going to be a
He'll be phased out of
starting.
the 11. Yeah, I think.
Do you think?
He already kind of has been.
Yeah.
I'll say it. But we signed a Japanese man.
Yes.
We
I
said for
saw
4 mil.
Who is
4
he?
mil. I don't really know.
I
But
saw your.
Mate, Japan,
Was that a Frank signing?
it must be, yeah, because it was like yesterday, mate.
mate, Japan have been cooking in recent years with players though.
Japan's sick.
Japan are good.
Japan's sick. So yeah, but we're
Pie.
looking at a couple of
Nice.
big players, you know.
Yeah, who's that?
Easy, Eze.
Oh,
As in,
Oh
the
yeah,
other-
in
as in-
Stormont.
We're looking
other
at
Eze.
Eze.
No,
the Crystal Palace one.
Yeah, there's two.
no, not
What?
Eze.
Eze, the Crystal Palace geezer.
Abarici.
Well,
We're
he
look-
said easy, so I thought maybe he's saying essay differently.
Because it's easy.
Okay.
Because we win the league with him easy.
You're not going to get Eze.
We're looking.
why would they not get Eze? They're in the Champions League.
Nah, but
Are you
Crystal
forgetting
Palace,
that?
I don't know, man.
I don't
Crystal
think they
Palace
leave.
are.
Why do you look down at Tottenham like they're some shit club?
Yeah.
Because they are.
Where?
They're in the Champions League and they won a trophy. They're very attractive right now.
Yeah.
With
Oh,
a
yeah,
new
we are.
manager who's very good.
With the best stadium in the world.
Yeah, it's
That is fact.
Actually, I'd say Bernabeu's probably now best stadium in the world.
No.
Um,
Tottenham is the easiest. test.
if Spurs go for Eze and spend the money that Palace want, he will go to Spurs for sure.
That would be sick. That's
And
what
who's,
we need.
who's their front
What,
six?
to
Well,
replace
six at that
Maddison?
point.
But Maddison's
That's
still...
what I mean.
Well, he can play off the left, can't he? Eze probably to replace Son.
We have both of them, mate.
Eze is a good option because he can play in multiple positions and he's
Well,
unreal. But I think you should get Wharton as well if you can afford him. But
Why? I'll say that.
What,
Why?
just
Why?
fucking got out Crystal Palace.
yeah,
Fucking
Yeah, let's
Sarr
just
as well.
recruit. No, but why?
Yeah.
because your
Better?
midfield is poor
No, it's
in my
not.
opinion. It
No,
is.
it's not.
It is.
Who's your midfield?
Right. Okay.
He's-
Basuma, Sarr, but then let me cook
Who
with
can't
this one.
kick a ball properly?
Who? Which one?
Both.
Bree,
So
back me
glad
up,
you're,
man.
I'm so glad you're
Bree.
on my team.
Bree.
now.
You also
Them
get rid of
runners,
everything
man.
that I actually
Alright,
said
cool.
to keep
They can't progress the ball like Wharton.
Guess what happens in a couple years? Archie Gray becomes the best midfielder in the world.
But he's not on Wharton's level, is he?
Well,
He will be.
All right, but you need players now, Danny. You need players for next season.
Well, this is the issue.
Archie
with
Gray isn't
Tottenham.
ready
We
for next
always
season.
sign players for 10
Adam
years'
Wharton
time.
is ready now. Go and spend 80 million on him. Go and get
No,
him.
but that's not what we
Yeah.
need to spend on.
Don't say that because
You
We
do.
don't need
You
to
really
we don't.
do.
We don't.
Your midfield
No,
gets
we don't,
overrun
we
a
don't.
lot,
We
man.
need a Eze. We need a Eze. We need a Kudos, who we are also linked to. We need
Okay.
a
you
Oh,
linked to Kudos.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
it's another front three version.
Kudos.
No.
Okay, I agree. You do need players in the attacking third, but you also need
Our
midfielders.
midfield's fine. Bentancur,
It's not, man. It's
beautiful.
not.
He
It's
is.
not.
Bentancur.
He's all right.
He's injury prone.
Danny, you're in the Champions League now. The Champions
Yeah, we
League.
will be for one season.
These
We're
aren't
going back
champions.
down.
What?
But
Yeah, but don't you want to
Fucking hell.
don't you want to qualify for the Champions League next year?
You think you're going to be out the Champions League next year?
Yes.
Why?
Because we came 17th. We got lucky.
Yeah, but Danny, if you sign players like Wharton's, Eze's, whoever you're on
Yeah.
about, and Buemo's,
Nah.
you will
Yeah,
have a
but-
team
no,
good
no, no,
enough.
no.
You'll have a good enough team to finish in the top
I'm being
six.
real.
He thinks he's got a point, but Frank sets up much more pragmatic than Ange ever did. So I don't even think it's going to be a case
No,
of you
but
getting
we
battered
did
in
that.
Europe.
Imagine a midfield
man.
of Wharton, Bergvall, and Maddison. That's unreal.
Disagree. It's great, but that's not what we'd do.
Oh, no,
But wouldn't it be-
it's not what we do.
Yeah, but who
It's not
plays
what we do.
Is it not
So what do you
Kulusevski
do?
in that Madison?
Bentancur
squad?
needs to be in there.
Kulusevski, yeah.
Bentancur
But do you
has
not,
to be
do you
in
not
there.
think those Spurs could fall into like the Man United trap of where certain players are just hanging around for a bit too long and you need to freshen it up a little?
Yeah,
Who,
we
who
probably
are those
already
in that,
have.
in that example, though, out of interest?
Let's go through this. Have we done this already?
No, we've done keep or
that,
sell, but
yeah.
I want to
Did it,
know.
yeah.
I want to know, in your opinion, who the players that are just lingering at the club.
I think Bentancur.
Well, how you?
But he's really
He does
good.
play for them, though. He
You
starts.
shouldn't say.
Yeah.
He is our probably best player on his
I
day.
feel like to say they're hanging around would be players who don't really play and they're just like,
like
on
Ben
the-
Davies.
or
He's good to have those.
or
Well, that's
then
what
we're
I'm
not-
saying.
then-
That's
I
the whole
I asked you
point.
a question. I
That's
didn't
the
say
whole
they
point.
are. I asked you a question.
no, you
No,
said,
but I asked you a
I asked you. I wanted to know who you think should
you
be
said
cropped.
they're like Man United. There's too many
I said,
players
do you
hanging
think they
around.
like Man United? If you actually heard what I'm saying, if you actually listened.
I don't
to
think
me,
you said
Thomas.
that. I
Well,
don't think you
rewind
said
the
that.
tape
No,
then, shall we?
we can't do that. But all I wanted to know is who you think should be cropped before they go into the next season.
I don't know.
Okay.
That's why I asked you. That's why I asked you the question.
You didn't. I
no
asked
one asked
you.
you
I
that.
said, who do they get rid of? You
Do you
said, are they going to be
think
like?
Archie Gray moves into midfield more this season?
I hope so, mate.
got to,
Because
hasn't
that
he?
Because
poor-
he's had to
the
play
poor
defence 'cause of
kid,
injuries,
man.
right?
Yeah, we
Stuck at
signed him as a
centre-back.
CDM-ish. Bro's playing centre back, left back, right back. The
Well,
poor
he
kid,
played right
man.
back for Leeds as well. Then,
Yeah.
didn't he?
Yeah, but mate, that's not what we signed him for. We signed him
No.
to
But
That's
carry our
you
midfield.
tend to see that a lot with young players. Like look at not Maitland-Niles, fucking hell, Lewis Skelly. He's
Maitland-Niles
a centre
was a
mid,
good, actually,
isn't
a
he?
good example, actually.
But a lot of them come through as fullbacks because a lot of centre mids can do
Yeah,
that,
it's
can't
the
they?
engine
And it
for both,
tends
isn't
to
it?
be
And,
quite.
and then he went to Lyon to play centre mid, and he's playing fullback at Lyon again.
Yeah, he did the same when he come to us. He was like, I want to play centre mid, and then he was like, you're playing right back, mate.
So harsh.
But he is a good right back, Maitland-Niles. That's
He's
why
a better
you're
right back
not
than
a
he-
centre mid.
He's a better right back than he is centre mid.
I know, but he thinks he's a centre mid. It fucks me off.
Like Trent.
No, you thought Trent was the best centre mid in Premier history. Okay, and then so this Takai, where does he play?
Hold on. We've got.
I said, say, do you feel sad that you're missing out on Mbeumo?
How are they?
Well,
They might not.
No, but
He's
that's
not
not
going to
confirmed.
Spurs.
It's not confirmed.
He ain't
But
going
I
to
thought the
Spurs.
big part was, we get Thomas Frank, and then
Yeah,
Mbeumo
exactly.
comes on the side. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? But yeah, that would have been good.
I was going to say there's still every chance that you take a couple Brentford players at this point anyway, because there's a lot of.
Mbeumo's the only one I've really wanted.
Vissa.
I'll say it.
Do you trust Solanke?
Yeah, I like Solanke a lot.
Yeah.
You know, I think we just need to trust in him.
Yeah, I agree.
I think Solanke's all right.
Solanke's-
I think he's
Yeah,
all right.
I want to see more.
I think
from
he's
him.
all right.
When he went on his day, my God.
Are we gonna get? Are you gonna give us Mikey Moore on loan?
You can have him if you want, mate. Yeah.
Fucking two.
On
right?
loan. Yeah.
Is this a season where Tel kicks on as well?
I hope so. We just signed him permanently, innit?
Yeah.
Richarlison's got to go, and he's got to go, blood.
Yeah,
I saw a comment about this. You know when we did the keep, buy, and sell? Everyone was saying, like, oh, you guys are so harsh on Richarlison. He's a
Why?
good squad player. I was really
Nah, they need
confused by
better
that.
than Spurs need better than
Should go
that.
back to Everton.
Yeah, that's
They
not.
still love him there, man.
Or like he stinks of like Real Betis. He
Oh, okay.
stinks of shit as
What,
well.
with Anthony?
Right.
Him and Anthony.
Yeah.
that would be
I
nice.
He'll
feel
probably
like that
ball out
would-
hard as well.
Yeah. Oh, would he ball out hard? Would he?
He'd ball out hard, bro.
rude boy.
Broski.
Where do you think Spurs will finish for the following season then? 25-26.
Or where would you be happy with?
I'd say
Do you want a European spot again?
Give us where you
Honestly.
expect,
where I'd want.
where you want, hopefully, and where you actually think.
I hope. Let me start with hope.
Yeah.
Because hope is the beautifulest thing.
Beautifulest thing.
I would just say I
Most
hope.
beautiful thing.
It's the standards fell off because a couple of years ago I'd say, oh, yeah, obviously I hope for top 4 and that, but I just hope for the top half.
Jesus.
Where we came 17th, you know. That
Yeah,
would
but-
be
Yeah, but it's all right
it's-
using that excuse now. 10 minutes ago, you said it was a pointless thing for me.
I don't know what
I think your circumstances are completely
yapping,
different.
bro's
to
yapping.
No,
the
of course
rest.
they are. But
Very
we come
gapping in the
7th.
corner.
I would say, look, if we come 7 places higher, yeah, top 10.
And then where do you expect?
I expect like 13th.
Jesus,
the fuck?
really?
That's
I'm,
so
I'm now being
pessimistic.
realistic. I'm being realistic.
That's
Do
an
you not have
improvement on
fa-
last
do you not
season.
have faith in Thomas Frank though?
No, of course I do. But
don't
I
know.
have faith in Anne.
That's like you. So
I
you're
have
basically
faith-
saying that you expect a season like Everton. You got a way
That's
better
the,
squad
that's
than
the
Everton.
standards now,
Said
mate.
that listed,
That's
like,
the
It's
standards.
not though.
I said the standards. You just won a trophy. That's not the standards.
That
Your
is not-
standards
but
is
we
to
won
win
a
trophy
something.
not relating to the Premier League.
It doesn't matter though.
in
Your
any way.
standard is to win something. That is your
Yeah,
standard.
you're winners
You have
now.
set that
You're
standard.
winners.
Yeah, I
Unlike
wish we
some
fucking
teams in
did.
North
Do you
London.
like Daniel Levy?
No.
Why?
A lot of
No,
Spurs
he just
fans
needs
don't,
to-
do
He won you a
That
trophy,
makes
mate.
They all hate him.
Clean it
Yeah.
out, my friends.
Why is he so hated? Because
Because
he has,
he's a
no.
businessman.
Just one thing. He
Sorry.
has
I'll
given you
let
the
him-
best
I'll let him
stadium
go.
in the world. He has given you countless
Yeah.
transfers. And this sort of argument
Lewis,
is.
I think he looks way more at profit than actual
Yeah,
success.
he doesn't
I
care
understand
about
that's
Lewis, he
frustrating.
doesn't know-
It could be a lot worse though.
He doesn't care about football. He just cares
It could-
about Wonga.
If it
Can I
wasn't
just
him,
say
though,
one
you-
thing? Can I just
if-
say one
you
thing?
wouldn't be where you are
Wait,
now
can I
without
just
him.
say one thing?
Yeah.
I do have a lot of Spurs fans and they all hate him, right?
Yeah.
You know, Spurs in the last 5 years net spend a third in the Premier League.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
They
you
spend.
You've spent. He has spent a lot of money. I understand your revenue is one of the biggest in Europe, and I get that. But your net spend over the last 5 years is like minus
Huge.
500 million.
I don't know what more. Like, obviously,
But
you
you've
could
just
always
spent
do
it.
more.
But like, Richarlison was like 50 million. That's not. You could argue that's Levy's fault for putting the people in charge to get these signings, but he's giving them the money to spend.
yeah.
Do you think also like
Solanke was nearly 70 million.
Well worth
Solanke.
do you think
Well
though it's
worth
not
it.
about
He's not though because how
Well
much was he?
worth
He's
it.
like 65
Well
million.
yeah, 70 was kind of wild. But do you think it's also the actual signings you're making maybe are just the wrong signings? Like, look at. I
But
know
it's
it's a
not-
while ago, but
it's
the
not
Bale
Daniel
Bale
Levy,
money
though.
spent wasn't.
We
Jesus,
can't
we're going
bring
back
up
to
Bale
Bale. Are you
money.
mental?
Jesus.
The Super
It's
7
true,
or
though.
whatever
It's
it
not
was.
like-
No, but that's it. You've just reiterated exactly what I
Magnificent
just said.
Seven,
Like,
what was it? Is that what
They're
it was?
not. the
Yeah, I
plans they're
think
making
so.
are just
Nah,
not
you know what, they weren't bad.
yeah,
Harry
but he's
wasn't
giving
it?
them the money. It's not like he's not spending.
Yeah.
Yeah, but can they recoup a lot of the money back from the Beyonce tour or not?
The thing is, he's always spent. He's always went to get the best manager that he can possibly
Like
get.
Archie Gray was 40 million.
Yeah,
like-
exactly.
That's well
On
worth
the
it.
but 30.
yeah, but we don't know that. That's
No,
a
that
risk.
is what.
And I understand this for the
We're
future, but-
investing. It's
Oh,
an
you're linked with
investment.
Timothy Weah.
Really?
Another number.
We don't need Weah.
But yeah, I expect Spurs to be top 8, definitely.
I hope
I-
so.
yeah, I
You-
really
you-
hope so,
Your squad is good enough to finish top 8. Jesus.
You finished fifth the year before.
Definitely.
I know, but now we're different now.
They're better than Forest. Fucking hell.
No, I know, but you do have to. I know you keep saying they sacked the league off and whatnot, but this is also a transitional period for Spurs now. New manager.
Yeah.
So like to go from 17th to 8th would be a huge jump.
I don't think it's that. That's not where they are.
No, because the season before they were 5th.
Yeah.
So you take an aggregate score, that's what?
Yeah, but you're talking about that now, not 2 seasons ago.
Yeah, but Thomas Franks just finished 10th with the Brentford side.
Yeah.
And this is a way better squad.
Still a new,
and he's
this is a new
inherited
manager
better
under a
players.
new team. Doesn't necessarily he's
Yeah,
going to do
I'm not-
amazing. Look
not
at what
having that.
David Moyes went to Man United from Everton.
But then
All
David
these
Moyes-
managers that
David
change
Moyes went
clubs
back
in the
to
Premier
Everton
League
and then
doesn't
look at them now.
Just because you finish a certain place with a previous club doesn't mean you're going to finish higher or a better place with a new club.
I know.
If anything,
I know that's-
if anything,
I
you're
know
going to
that's
finish
true.
lower because it's a more of a transitional period and harder to go into a new team and surround it.
Yeah, but there's no reason why Thomas Frank would start sandbagging the Premier League.
Yeah.
No, I know he's not going to sandbag it.
No, we're just saying.
So 17th isn't really a risk.
Yeah, but it's
then
not
again,
like
is
the
it?
players aren't trying in the Premier League during the season. They're trying to win every game.
They weren't
They're
really
football
though.
players. They're
'cause
professional footballers. They
no,
want to win every
they
game.
were sacking games off to stay fit for the Europa League. If you watch the games, they were like everyone knows that.
And full squad rotations, which is down to the manager as well.
It'll be little things like maybe that 50-50 you don't go in for just because we've got the big European game. It does happen. When the league's done, like they have nothing to play for. That's what I was trying to explain to you for ages.
No, but they're not playing European football every week, Tom. They still want to win
They
games.
were
still
most
have, They
weeks.
still have actual pride as football.
Why are you talking as if
no.
genuinely like a 17th place team? I understand they
I'm not
finished there.
saying.
That's
I'm
not.
saying they're saying going from 17th to 8th. They're saying I'm saying
But
that would be a huge jump, and they're saying it's not a huge jump.
It's not real. It's not like a fucking
It is a
Wolves
huge-
Do you
going
not
up to
think-
6th.
Do
is
you
it?
think Spurs have a better squad than Brentford?
Especially
Why are
given
you
now.
thinking about
On
that?
paper, yeah.
So there you go. So
But-
Brentford finished
Oh,
10th.
what does on paper mean? Look at Man United, mate.
Oh my God.
Yeah, okay.
It's all well and good.
No,
having,
but
you literally agree with this point like
No,
every week, and now
no.
this week.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
don't
but,
agree with
but
it.
I don't. We
One
know
point-
this. We know that
You can have
17th
any team you can have
We
on
know
paper,
that 17th
whatever.
is abhorrent, but it's not a fair representation of where they should be in the league.
It's an
They finished
anomaly.
fifth-
But
they
we
finished fifth
finished
the year
there, though.
before.
But you finished there.
We did finish there.
Yes,
Why?
but-
Theo, I'm on your side, man.
No, but so you think Spurs are the 4th worst team in the Premier League going into this season?
This last season we
No,
were.
going into this-
Statistically speaking,
No, that's
we were.
22
That's not the
games.
question.
On paper,
Yeah.
we literally
Oh,
were.
this is such a. We just go over this all
We
the time.
were.
So going into this season, you think Spurs are the 4th worst team in the league?
Nah, not this
So
season.
well, that's what you want.
Nah,
but no games have been played
You
this
think you're the
season.
8th best team in the league?
I didn't say that. I said I expect
it's
them
a
to
tacky
with
one.
their
Look,
squad,
it's a tacky one.
with their finances, with who they're going to spend in the summer. It's definitely Spurs' fucking expectations should be Europe, let alone top 8.
Yeah, expectation should be. I just don't think they'll do it.
That's a top
personally.
half squad.
That isn't what we're arguing. I'm not. I think Spurs have probably finished 10th, but I'm saying they should finish in the top 8, top 7.
Yeah.
They should. That should
It's
be
a-
their expectation. That's what they should do. That doesn't mean I think that.
a top half squad with a top half manager. You think like aggregate wise they'd finish high enough.
So you think they will?
I don't think they'll finish 8th, but I think they'll finish remarkably higher than 17th.
Yeah. Because it wasn't a true representation of their squad and team, is it? Like,
But I said going
we-
from 17th to 8th would be a huge jump.
But-
And,
but
you're
that's
saying
not in the
anomaly,
two
though.
top
It's an
nine.
anomaly.
remarkably higher. So,
It would-
so you agree with me then?
No, if Wolves.
What?
if-
No, because we know
No,
that
it factually is remarkably higher, but we're.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. So you agree with me?
Well, it's an anomaly. It's a one-off. It's a
so
one-off.
frustrating.
Tottenham have been here for all this time, and then one season they go there, and you're acting like that's their level. No,
There's a
reality
reason-
they're just bouncing back to where they were.
There's a reason
If
they are.
Wolves finished
You guys are
17th
getting way
and then
too
went up
angry
to
not
8,
listening
you'd be
to
like,
us.
that is a massive jump for them.
There's a-
Spurs finished top 8 every single season.
Yeah.
Near enough in the Premier League history. They have one season in 17th because they obviously sacked it off to win a major European trophy.
This whole
Us
sacking off
saying-
argument is such bollocks.
Well, okay, whatever then.
Such
Okay, then they're the 4th worst team in the league, whatever, for one season. But every single season they finish in the top 8. Other than one, it's not crazy to presume they'll go back to that top 8 spot.
There is a reason why they are part of the Big Six.
No, I know.
Because
I hear
they're
every
like
point
a
you're
heavily
saying.
established
I'm saying it'd
club
still
in
be
the
a
Premier
big
League.
jump to go back into the top 8.
But not for
And
that.
you literally don't.
Guys, we need
Tom,
to stop.
Tom, you
Hold on,
literally
but not
said
for that.
I know,
thing.
but they're not understanding it.
But
Tom
not
literally
for that.
We understand what
you
you're saying.
You
We're
literally
saying you're
don't
wrong.
even think that's going to happen, Tom.
I know.
That's my point.
My opinion is irrelevant
But
to
it's
what should
not-
be expected.
It's not a big jump for that club.
For
Because
Spurs
that's
to finish
in
8th
and
next
around
season
where they
isn't a
already
big
should
jump.
be.
It shouldn't be. It should be expected.
17th is not where they should be in any realm. Whereas the top half of the Premier League is usually where.
I know that's where they should be.
Yeah, no, but that's not a
denying
crazy
that,
jump
mate.
then, is it? If they're going back to where they should.
But it is a bit of a big jump to go from 17th to top 8.
Please, no,
I feel
please,
like
can we
we're
stop?
just-
Can we just agree to disagree? Let's agree to disagree. Agree to disagree.
We are just going in
So what
circles,
do you, as a
so I'm
Tottenham fan, what
scared.
do you think?
We can't.
Yeah, we shouldn't be
boosted
7.
you?
We shouldn't. No, I'm like, I was until you kept yapping. Like, we are 17.
They're not about yapping back. They're the ones getting angry.
No,
I'm just saying.
No, because you fail to understand points. And
I
it's
literally
frustrating.
understand every point you're making.
You don't know because you keep repeating in
What
contrast.
Corner's
Despite what we're
saying.
saying, you're repeating.
Yeah.
So are they.
Well, you're,
No, we're
no,
not.
but you're
We're
not
not.
understanding.
We were trying
You're
to
treating
explain
that one
where
of
you get
yours
it
if it's
wrong.
just a factual.
You guys are getting so angry.
You
for no
just
reason.
you
You
just
don't
referenced
understand.
him as Cook Corner, and we're the ones
Yeah, we're
getting
the ones
angry.
getting angry.
We can't have a joke anymore. On this.
Oh my god!
such a gaslighter.
He's gaslighting.
I
Don't stop.
in the face. Right, let's move on anyway. Enough Spurs talk because they're shit.